Good morning out there. Today we're back in Eckert's greenhouse. We are full of wonderful spring vegetables to be planted. Here are tomatoes and beets and broccoli. The tomatoes smell so wonderful on my hands. Every time you rub your hands through tomatoes, you might recognize that awesome smell. And then of course we have lots of flowering flowers out here to be planted. It's such a gorgeous day, and finally there's spring for us. And that's kind of what our book is like too. Today we have Home for a Bunny, and it is also written by Margaret Wise Brown, the lady that wrote our last book as well. Home for a Bunny. Spring, 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 sang the frog. Spring, said the groundhog. Spring, 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 sang the robin. It was spring. The leaves burst out, the flowers burst out, and robins burst out of their eggs. It was spring. In the spring, a bunny came down the road. He was going to find a home of his own. A home for a bunny, a home of his own, under a rock, under a stone, under a log, or under the ground. Where would the bunny find a home? Where's your home? Asked the robin. Here, 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 sang the robin. Here, in this nest is my home. And she has all kinds of little babies in there already. Here, 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 sang the little robins, who were about to fall out of the nest. Here is our home. Not for me, said the bunny. I would fall out of a nest. I would fall on the ground. And on goes the little bunny. So he went on looking for a home. Where's your home? Asked the frog. Walk, 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 sang the frog. Walk, 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 under the water, down in the bog. Not for me, said the bunny. Under the water, I would drown in a bog. So he went on looking for a home. Where do you live? He asked the groundhog. In a log, said the groundhog. Can I come in? Said the bunny. No, you can't come in my log, said the groundhog. So the bunny went down the road, and down the road he went. He was going to find a home of his own, a home for a bunny, a home of his own under a rock or a log or a stone. Where would a bunny find a home? Down the road and down the road and down the road he went until, well, let's see who he met. He met a bunny. Where's your home? He asked the bunny. They look like they're making friends, aren't they? Here, said the bunny. Here's my home, under this rock, under this stone, and down under the ground. Here is my home. Can I come in? Said the bunny. Yes, said the bunny. And so he did. And there they are. And that was his home he found. This was a sweet little Easter story, I think, and it invites us again to do a fun amount of crafts that we have prepared for you. So the first thing I want to do is make a little bunny with you guys. So this one was made actually by a family in Germany. So what we're going to do today is we just trace our hand on a piece of colored paper. So this was my big hand. I bent it over because it was so big. And I took a little clothespin to put it behind there. And so this is my big bunny hand. Whoops, now it doesn't want to stand here. Well, and here is from somebody that is here working with me. So that's a little child's hand. And then here's another hand from another person. So we could make, everybody could make their handprint And then everybody can have different types of funny faces on there. This one is squinting. This one has great big eyes. And then these have different looking faces as well. And they have the names of all the children and the mom and dad also. So maybe we should all make like a family Easter card with our hand, because we'll always remember that that's how big our hand was this Easter. And it's super easy to make and so much fun to give to friends and family. You can slide it behind a acrylic holder, and then it's also safe to give to anybody that you would like to share this with. It makes a beautiful card, or you can frame it beautifully. Whoops, this one doesn't even have the face yet. So the middle finger we just bend down, and these become the little hands of our little bunny. If you imagine it like this. There we go. I think this can be a lot of fun with everybody making their own little family cards this Easter. So we have that. And then I'm always liking to decorate our Easter egg tree. So for that purpose, I have prepared this awesome dough. It's better than salt dough. So for this, I have mixed a half a cup of cornstarch, 3/4 of a cup of water, and 1 cup of baking soda. You want to mix the dry ingredients first, then add the water to it, and you would put it in a pot and stir it. So this pot, I just cooked it on the stove. While it gets hot, you keep stirring. Once it has the consistency of mashed potatoes, you quit stirring and just put either the lid on it or put plastic over it. Now I'm going to show you what I'm going to do with it. I just scrape it all out of there. You just have to wait long enough until it's not hot anymore. And then you want to knead it a little bit. It's a really nice dough to make Easter ornaments with. So I made a pink one. Liz, our cake decorator, gave me some of her awesome colors. Let's see. Look at this, how fun are these? And you have to knead it just a little bit until it becomes nice and pliable. This one. And then we use a little rolling pin. Or just let's do part of it. And the rest keeps really well in a plastic bag. You don't want to let it already dry out. So I'm gonna just use this one right now. Ooh, I already got some pink on there. There we go. And then I have several little egg shapes, and you can put as many as you can fit on there. Now, you cannot forget to put a little, where is my little straw? Right here. So you want to put a little hole in there, so when it dries, that you can actually put it on your egg tree and put a little ribbon through there. There we go. And now we can pick those up and lay them actually on a little rack so it has air circulating from both sides. We will also post the ingredients and how to do this. You can bake it as well if you like to and can't wait for it to air dry. So that it will be a nice activity to do together. You can also use all kinds of little things to print a design on there. I found this little comb. I'm going to make these little holes on there. Later on you can paint that as well. So it gives you unlimited opportunity to print something on there. You could even take, let's see what happens if I take the flower and print that in there. Let's see. Can we see the design? Can you see the little petals? So when you paint that later on, those petals will actually show up. In this case, the pollen left a little yellow circle on there, which is kind of cool. So I'm sure you can think up a whole bunch of different activities to do with this dough. It lasts really well in the refrigerator, and you just put it into a plastic bag to make it keep very long. So I hope you will do lots of fun crafting. I'm so glad that you're tuned in today again, and enjoy this beautiful weather. We'll see you again on Friday.